Welcome online yogis. Welcome in person yogis. Good morning. Happy Thursday yoga. My name's Molly. Get to spend the next hour together. Oh, I don't know about you guys, but I'm really feeling the need for yoga this morning. I was listening to some of my astrology podcasts yesterday, and I was like, oh, no wonder. Like, there's a lot moving and shaking right now, and I don't know enough about astrology to share it, but if you know astrology, you probably know what I'm talking about. And even if you don't, you probably can feel it a little bit. Like, things feel funky. And so I think it's such a nice way to start the morning during times like this. Settle ourselves, kind of release what we don't need, curate what we do to be able to make it through the day. So let's start by just settling in, find that comfy seat. Let the shoulders relax, lift the spine. And let's just start with 3 cleansing breaths to kind of release what we don't need. So a big inhale through the nose, and then exhale through the mouth. All right. One more. And then just come back to your breath normally and scan through your body. Just kind of feel how it's feeling in this position. You don't need to judge anything or change anything. Just kind of feel how you are, how things are settling. Maybe notice the spots that your body is touching the ground, places your body is touching your body. Places your skin is touching your clothing. Maybe where your skin is touching my hair. Now that you feel your body, let's go into our mind space. How's your mind feeling this morning? Sometimes I like to think about if my mind's feeling really busy and chattery, taking those things just like my shoes and my bag and setting them outside. They'll still be there when we get done. Take those things and set them out. Bring your mind to this space. Let's check in on the breath. How's the breath feeling this morning? Is it coming in shallow or deep? High in the chest or low? Mostly in the front of the body or in the back of the body? Just bring awareness. And I know for me, when I bring awareness to my breath, it sort of automatically starts to deepen. Whether that's the case or not, let's just slightly intentionally deepen that breath. Just a touch more, noticing where it goes in your body. And then let's notice our heart. You feel your heart beating in your body. Maybe it's beating strong and fast or slow, light. The yogis believe that we have 3 hearts. Our physical heart that you can feel pumping the blood automatically through our bodies. Our emotional hearts, where we get those little intuitive guides of how things make us feel. And then our hridayam heart, which is our spiritual heart. And so check in with that deepest heart space for a moment. Invite an intention to come forward. Maybe you're already working with something. Maybe I am grounded, I am calm and peaceful. Whatever you want to curate and pull into your day. We'll come back to that intention throughout practice. It's a nice thing to come back to if your mind starts to wander, you start to get distracted. You come back to that intention. So now come back to noticing your breath again. Let's make an effort to elongate and lengthen our breath. And then we'll invite it into a 3-part inhalation where we'll inhale the first part of our breath into our belly, deep in the diaphragm all the way around. The second part will expand and broaden the center of our chest. And then the third part just sips that air up into the upper lobes of the lung, into the collarbone and the shoulders. And then just gently exhale everything back down. So let's do a cleansing breath first. Let's inhale through our nose and exhale through the mouth. And then we can start with that deep 3-part breath in the belly, broaden into the chest, a little more air at the top, and then gently release all the way back down into the base of your body. And again, inhaling deep into the diaphragm, into the mid-body, and up into the top of the lungs, and exhale through the nose all the way down. Inhaling into the deep belly, all the way around into the mid-chest, upper lungs. Maybe a slight pause at the top, and then exhale all the way down into the earth. Continue inhaling deep into the belly, into the mid-chest, up into the upper. Slight pause at the top, and then exhaling all the way down. Do 2 more like that. Deep belly inhale. Really try to get into the back of that mid-chest and into the upper lungs. Slight pause and then exhale all the way down. 1 more. Inhale into the belly, into the center. Sip a little more air into the top. Light hold, and then exhale all the way down. And you can release that and just engage in a nice breath, nice deep breath. And then we'll open class before we start movement. Open with 3 rounds of Om. So inhale, exhale all out, and then inhale to chant. That might have been a little low. I'll go higher this time. Inhale. One more. Let the next inhale bring your arms up overhead, reaching long. You reach one arm up and then the other. Hold fingers, set those shoulders down. Inhale again. And we'll set that right arm down on the ground, reaching that left arm up overhead, giving that left side body a stretch. Keep that left hip down. Breathe a couple times into this side. Next inhale brings our arms up overhead. We'll switch sides, left hand down to the earth, right arm overhead, reaching and stretching. Inhale and exhale, keeping that hip pressed into the earth, roll the shoulder back. One more inhale and exhale here. Then inhale up to the center, exhale, cactus those arms, feel that heart open to the sky. Inhale the arms back up overhead, and then exhale, we'll forward fold over those legs. Breathe in and out here. Gently opening up. Not trying to go too deep yet. Next, inhale, use those hands to press yourself back up. Then we'll just swap the cross of those legs. We'll run through the same little stretching series. So inhale the arms up overhead, do a little wiggle. Inhale, exhale, bring that right hand to the ground, reach that left arm up overhead, really opening up that side body. Next inhale, we'll come up overhead, switch, drop that left hand to the earth, reaching that right arm overhead. Inhale and exhale. One more time here. And then inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, cactus. Really roll those shoulder blades onto the back. Feel how that lifts the chest. Inhale the arms up overhead, and then exhale, forward fold. And inhale, press those hands up to seated again. Roll the shoulder blades back a few times. And then we'll come and meet together on tabletop. So hands and knees to the earth. You can pad your knees if you like with a blanket. I like to be comfortable. Reason to love the kneecaps. And then as we come here, just kind of for the first couple breaths, let your body move around. Find those little sticky spots. Inhaling and exhaling here a few times. And then let's come together in stillness. Make sure we light our alignment here. And we'll do a few cat cows together. So we'll inhale, drop the belly, roll the shoulders back, look up to the sky, even if your eyes are closed. Exhale, tuck that tail, curl the spine up into a cat position. Inhaling, switch the curve of that back, drop the belly, open the chest, roll the eyes up, really spread the tailbone. Exhale, fold into that fold again. You're curving that spine up to the sky, tuck the belly, tuck the chin. One more, inhale to cow, and exhale to cat. Just finding that space, movement in the spine. Inhale brings us back to that stable tabletop. We'll inhale, bring that right arm up to the sky, opening up, give the wrist a little roll one way and then the other. And then let's bring that arm through, tuck it under for thread the needle, bringing that right shoulder and ear to the ground. You can bring that left arm up overhead, give that wrist a little twirl for the bind behind the back. Rolling that shoulder blade onto the back, the left shoulder blade. Inhale and exhale here. And then inhale, that left arm can come back up and reach long overhead. Extending, giving a little traction to bring that left foot down. Next inhale brings that left hand back in front of the face. Lift that right arm up to the sky. Give the wrist another little swirl around one direction then the other. And then set both hands down on the earth. Let's do one cat-cow. So inhale, drop the belly, open the chest. Exhale, tuck the belly button and chin. Elongating and curving spine. Inhaling back to tabletop. Now we'll do that left side. So lifting the left arm up, roll that wrist around one way and then the other. Inhale, really open up, and then exhale, bring that arm under the body, reach through for thread the needle, setting that left shoulder and ear to the earth. Lift that right arm up and overhead. Reach it behind the back for the bind, rolling that shoulder blade back. Inhale and exhale here. And inhale that left arm, right arm up overhead again. Reach it forward all the way to the front of your mat. Set it to the earth. Draw that right hip back just a tad. Inhale and exhale here. And then inhale, bring that hand back to the front of the face. Open up, lift that left arm to the sky. Give the wrist a roll one time around and then the other way. And then set back down. Let's do another cat-cow just to balance out. Inhale, drop the belly, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, tuck the tail into cat, elongating the spine. And then let's bring the hands about a hand length forwards. Really plant those hands, spread the fingers, press into the palms, curl the toes, and lift the hips into downward facing dog. Pedal those feet out a little bit. Maybe the first downward dog of the day. See how we feel. Maybe lift up onto the toes and really press the feet down into the earth, stretching through the heels. Lift the tailbone, spread the hips, press into the earth, drop the head, you can give a little shake, yes and no, so you're not holding tension there. And then lift to the top of your mat, and let's walk up to the top. Hang here for just a moment, maybe swaying and swishing like Ganesha's trunk, removing and placing those obstacles for the day. Find stillness here, deep bend of the knees, and then gently rolling up one vertebrae at a time until you make your way all the way up to stand. Find that Tadasana pose. Really grounding into the earth. Feel everything stacked. The feet are grounded, the knees are stacked above that, hips are stacked above, shoulders and head. Feeling that grounded energy pulling up from the earth all the way up and through your body. Inhale the arms up overhead. Take your left hand in your right and lean over for a left side body stretch. Inhale and exhale here. Then inhale, arms up overhead. Switch the clasp of your hands. Lean over to the left. Feeling that stretch in the side body. Inhale and exhale here. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, cactus, and open that heart to the sky, shining that intention forward. Next inhale brings our arms up overhead. We dive through center all the way into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let's bring that right leg all the way back into lunge. This is a good place to grab your blocks to create a little bit of space if you like that. And then let's just kind of move into that left forward knee. So inhaling into that lunge and then exhaling, straightening the leg. Really kind of feeling how this opens up each of the hips. It's going to definitely feel different on each side. Getting the back side of that left hip and the front hip flexor on the right side. And the next thing, you have that left leg straight. Just hang there for a moment. Slightly draw that left hip back and up. And then let the head drop towards the knee. Inhale and exhale here. Then inhale, come back into that lunge. Let's step that block, if you're using it, to the lower, a little bit more stability side. And then let's reach that left arm up to the sky. Wiggle those fingers, maybe give that wrist another roll, one way and then the other. And then let's backstroke that shoulder, opening up the shoulder joint a bit. Just kind of giving it a little windmill action. Feeling how that just rolls that shoulder bone around in the socket a little bit. Shoulder bones, all the bones, ligaments, tendons, they all need a little love in the morning. When you get to the top, inhale, open up, and then bring those hands back to the earth. You can remove your blocks, bring that left leg back into plank. Hang here for an inhale and an exhale. Feel how strong you are. Inhale, and then exhale, we'll drop the knees, chest and chin all the way to the earth. Inhale through the cobra, rolling the shoulders back, lifting. And then exhaling down, feet back in, downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale here. Again, kind of pedaling those feet. Moving things around a little, still waking up. Inhale and exhale here. Next inhale, look to the top of the mat and walk your way up to the top. Again, we're hanging in forward fold. You can, again, squish your Ganesha trunk. Thank you for clearing and placing obstacles that keep us on our path. And then you can find that stability, just hang, maybe shake the head, yes and no, release the tension to the neck. And then bend those knees deeply and roll all the way up, one vertebrae at a time, until we meet in forward or in standing Tadasana. Again, feeling that grounded stability without locking any of our joints. Feeling that grounding earth energy drawing up into our bodies. Inhale, let's bring those arms back up overhead. Clasp that left arm in the right. Yep, I'm switching sides on us. And we'll reach over to the side. Inhale back up to center. Swap that clasp. Lean over to the left. Inhale and exhale here. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, cactus. Really feel that heart light shining. Inhale and exhale here. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, pause here, and then exhale, bring that left leg back all the way for our lunge. Again, you can grab those blocks for the space on either side if you like that. And then we'll just move into this hip. So leaning into that right lunge and then exhaling, straightening that leg. And then moving on your breath. Just feeling how the hips feel on this side. Again, probably a little different. Our very symmetrical looking bodies have a lot of differences on the two sides. Next time you have that front leg extended, let's keep it there. Draw that right hip back and up, really elongating that leg and letting the head and knee, head fall towards the knee. Inhale, let's come back into that lunge. Set the block under your left hand to that more stable position. And then lift that right arm up to the sky. Give that wrist a little roll one way and the other. Inhale, open up, and then exhale, we'll backstroke this arm around, just opening up that shoulder. Nice, big, slow movements. And next time you come to the top, give it one more big extension. And then set both hands down to the earth. Bring that right leg back to meet the left. We'll hang in our plank for one breath because we're strong and we can do it. Inhale here, and then exhale. Knees, chest, chin to the earth. Snaking through for our cobra, roll the shoulders back, lift, keep those elbows close to the body. Exhaling down, and we get back into child's pose this time actually. So bring those big toes together, set the hips to the heels. Let that forehead come to the earth, third eye meets Mother Earth. You're gonna give that forehead and third eye a little roll. Waking up our third eye, thank you. Extend those fingers, get those hands pressed into the earth, tuck the toes, and come up into downward facing dog. Really spreading those hands, pressing into the base where your pointer finger meets your palm. Drawing that energy up your arms, rolling those shoulder blades back while rotating the arms internally. Integrate those chests in those ribs into the chest so they're not popping out and collapsing. We want a nice, strong, long back. Lift those hips and draw that energy all the way down into the heels. Bring the toes a little closer together and lift that right leg up to the sky. Roll the ankle around one way and then the other. Bend that knee and then roll the hip around one way and a few times and then the other in the sock. Then let's lift that knee to the sky and rotate into twisted dog, opening up that hip flexor. Inhale, lift that heel all the way up to the sky. Exhale, come all the way through into lunge. And this time we'll actually set down into warrior two position. So that back foot goes parallel to the back of the mat. Front heel, you want lined up with the arch of that front foot. Hips are turned to the side. Hands can come out long. And we want to make sure we keep that knee aligned over the ankle on the front foot. Settle in here. Look towards that front middle finger. And turn your head and look all the way over the back. Rotating that neck a little bit. Inhale, bring those arms up overhead, extend the knee. Exhale, we'll cut through anything we don't need. Do that a few times. Inhaling, exhaling, cutting through anything that doesn't serve us. 2 more. Inhale, slice through what we don't need. Inhale, and then we'll meet back in warrior 2. Inhale, exhale, bring that elbow to the knee on the front. Left arm reaches up overhead into extended side angle. Rolling that shoulder blade onto the back. Keeping that knee over the ankle. Really feeling that extension from the back, left foot, all the way to the tip of the fingers. Inhale and exhale, stay. Inhale brings us back up to warrior 2. Flip that front palm, throw that over the head to reverse our warrior. The hand can wrap around the back for the bind or be down the leg. Deepen into that knee and really feel that extension through the right side body. Inhale back to warrior 2. Inhale here, exhale, bring those hands back down around, foot comes back. You can flow through your vinyasa of choice. Inhaling and then exhaling, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, we meet back in downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Bring those toes together again. This time we'll lift that left leg up to the sky. Really reach, 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 and then roll that ankle around one direction, and then the other. Bend that knee, and then let's rotate that hip socket around one way, and then the other. And then lift that knee to the sky and really open that chest. Look up under that left armpit. Next inhale, reach that leg up to the sky. Exhale, we'll come through into our lunge. And we'll come into warrior 2 on this side. So bringing that foot back, the back foot to the 90-degree angle, parallel with the back. Ankle or heel is parallel to the arch. We've got our knee over the ankle, arms up. Look toward that front middle finger. And then bring that gaze over the back, really looking over that back side. Feeling how that stretches the neck. Then bring the head back to center. This time we'll inhale what we need into our hearts as we straighten that leg, and exhale, swim and share it out to the world. So inhaling what we need, and then swimming forward into our day. 2 more times. Inhaling and exhaling. 1 more time, drawing what we need into our heart, swimming our way out into the day. Pause here and inhale. Exhale, bring that left elbow towards the left knee, reaching that right arm up overhead. Keep that knee over the ankle. Feel that stretch from the back outside edge of the foot to the tips of the fingertips. Inhale and exhale here. Inhale brings us back up to warrior 2. Flip that front hand. Exhale to reverse our warrior. Hand can be down the back leg or wrapped around the waist. Deepen into that knee and really feel that extension on the left side body. One more inhale here and exhale. Inhale back to warrior 2. Exhale, brings our hands down to either side of the foot. Left foot back to meet the right. Through your vinyasa of choice, lower down. Dog or cobra. Exhale, meet back in downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale here. Finding that full expression of downward facing dog. Inhale and then exhale. Let's set the knees to the earth. Come back to sit on the heels. Really setting the heels over the ankles, the shoulders over the heels, the head, atop the shoulders. You can place one hand in the other, left for the feminine, right hand on top for the masculine. Breathe, coming back to that intention. Feeling how the energy we've built is circulating through the body, both with our physical systems and through our body systems with our pranic energy. Okay, let's find our way onto our seats and come to sort of the middle of your mat with your seat. Find that sort of spot where you're on the back side of your tailbone. Your feet can be grounded in front of you. You can have your hands behind your legs and come back, right, lift that chest, roll the shoulder blades back, and come back to that spot where you kind of feel the belly catch. Maybe you let go with your hands. Lift those feet. If you're feeling it, you're in a perfectly good stable boat. It's kind of like a pontoon when you got your feet down. Want to get a little more speedboaty, put those feet up. Make sure you keep that chest lifted. Maybe paddling our boats a little bit. So bring those hands to the center. We'll paddle from one side to the other. Make sure we keep that chest lifted. Come back to center. And then with as much patience as you can muster this morning, let's lower ourselves all the way to the earth. Once you get there, breathe a sigh of relief and then inhale those knees into the chest. Give a nice squeeze, maybe rock side to side. And then let's bring those heels down nice and close to the bum. We'll set up for bridge. So maybe see if you can touch those heels with your hands. Get those shoulder blades planted on the earth. Get those feet planted. And then start to lift the tailbone and all of your vertebrae up, one vertebrae at a time. Tuck those shoulder blades under and clasp the hands beneath the sacrum, and then really lift that pelvis to the sky. Press the head into the earth to open the throat. Feel that heart opening up. I like to think we're almost pouring our heart intentions into our throats. What can we speak? What can we take in to make those intentions a reality? One more inhale here, then exhale, release the shoulders and the hands and set the vertebrae down. one at a time until you reach the sacrum to the spine. Bring those feet out to the side of the mat and knock the knees together. And then drop the knees to one side and then the other, windshield wiper. Just opening up that sacral joint. Then bring those knees back together in the center. And then bring those feet back up. We'll do one more bridge here. So again, set those feet nice and close to the bum. Get everything stable and ready to go. And then press, press, press into the earth to lift the pelvis to the sky. Once you've got it lifted, roll those shoulder blades under. Maybe try to change the clasp of your hands to the awkward one. And then lift, lift, lift. Pressing into your feet and your head, opening the heart chakra and the throat chakra. One more big inhale and exhale here to hold. Inhale and then release the shoulders and exhale, drop those vertebrae down. One at a time. Draw those knees into the chest, give a good squeeze and hug. Maybe rock side to side. Maybe grab the knees and do a little circle around the sacrum a couple times, one direction. And then the other. And then squeeze those legs back in. Lift that left leg up to the sky. Give that foot a little admiration. Again, roll it one way and then the other. Maybe flex, point and flex the foot. When you point, really bring the toes into it. Squeeze those toes in as you point. As you flex, really broaden the toes out. Do that a couple times and then release. Give it one more swirl around one way and then the other. And then bring that left heel all the way to the earth. And then take that right leg that's still in your hand and use your arms to roll that hip socket around one way and then the other. Place that left hand on the left hip and open the right knee out to the right into a gate pose. Really stretching into the inner line of that right leg. One more inhale and exhale here. And then inhale, you'll draw that knee across the body, pass it over to the left hand and come into a nice supine twist. Drawing that right arm out into a T or a cactus, whatever feels best on your shoulder. And then you can turn your head to look over to the right if that feels good. And then breathing up and down that spinal column, the Sushumna Nadi, our main energy channel in the body. Bringing out anything that you don't need today, filling it up with your intention. And on your next inhale, come back to center. Draw that left knee in, give a little squeeze, rock side to side, balancing out the the spine. Lift that right leg up to the sky. Give your right foot a little loving admiration. Roll the ankle around one way and then the other. Then point and flex with that deep toe movement integrated. So when you point, really curl the toes in. You flex, really spread the toes out. And then give that ankle one more roll one way and then the other. And then draw that right heel all the way to the earth. With the left hands, give that left hip a little swirl around the socket one way and then the other. And then place that right hand on the right hip, grab that left knee and bring it out to the left. Flex that left foot. We're stretching into the inner line of that left leg. And then inhale brings that knee across the body all the way into our supine twist. So bring that left arm out straight or into a T or a cactus or a T, depending on how your shoulder's feeling. Try to have that left shoulder planted to the earth. You can look over that left arm to bring the cervical spine in. And then breathing up and down, Shashulanadi on this side. Inhaling and exhaling. Next inhale brings that knee back to center. Draw both knees in, maybe even your head for one good squeeze. And then you can settle back to the earth for our final resting pose, Shavasana. It's our integration pose, our opportunity to allow all of the work that we just did, all of the intention we just set, to truly permeate our bodies. So coming into this reclined pose, come back into that space of observation. Scanning your body for just a moment, feeling that intention. And let that intention kind of grow and fill your whole body so that you just relax into it for the next couple minutes. Letting it fill your body, letting it fill your arms and your shoulders all the way down to your fingertips. Letting it fill up into your head. Letting it fill all the way through your hips and your knees. And your calves and your shins and your ankles. All the way to the tips of your feet. And even beyond your toes. Into all of your auric space. Just settle in here. Feeling the work that you did. Having an opportunity to Okay, just to come back into your bodies. Gently brush your thumb along your fingertips. You wiggle your toes a little bit. You roll the head side to side gently. You roll the ankles and the wrists. It feels good. You can reach the arms overhead for a full body stretch. Awakening into this day for a second time. Turn to one side and draw your knees towards your chest into a fetal position. Hang out there for just a moment. Feeling Pachamama holds us to the earth with gravity. She has us grounded now. It can be easy to forget sometimes. And when you're ready, press yourself up into a seat, keeping your eyes closed and the gaze internal for just a few more moments. Come into that comfortable seat that we started class in. Long spine, shoulders relaxed. And give yourself a gentle scan here. And fill yourself up with gratitude for coming to your mat today, for giving yourself this practice, for starting your day with intention and movement, for the opportunity to do this, for having our life, being in these bodies at this moment. It's such a blessing. Our hands to heart center, drawing our attention back into the heart space where we started. Breathe here with your intention for just a moment. We'll close our practice today with a chant of Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Peace Peace Peace. Let's inhale and exhale to cleanse, and then we'll inhale to chant. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. The light in me acknowledges, honors, and celebrates the light in each of your beautiful souls. Namaste. Happy blessings as you go into your day. Thank you for joining this morning. Thank you, online ladies. Yes.